you know, they want to come in. They don't want people glaring at them and all. You know. And I said, you know, that's not a,
We had a lot
like
of
John
residents
Glenn went in there. John Glenn, and his wife, would take my wife next door, and they'd sit and have coffee. You know. She said she's just down to earth, and that's, you know, you don't like it when they snub.
And they just took off, and then everybody just started singing the whole thing. It was just so cool, right on the mic. What talent?
We're talking about
Tina Turner.
Tina Turner.
Yeah, Tina
Hey,
Turner.
they canceled her concert, married this gal.
Yeah, they should have.
Well. We landed there at the ship, and we rolled out these big bombs, and the bombs at least this big and this fat. Thousands of them. We took them aboard the ship in sections, rolled them up, rolled them up, rolled them up, rolled them up. Bow doors closed, we go out in the middle of the Mediterranean in the dead of night. We opened the bow doors and we dumped them on, which was against any
Right.
rules, whatever you want to call it or not. And we did that. That's how, you know, you said we as a country and the government and everything else do everything right, you know, and we're the saviors for the world.
Right.
Bullshit, we do everything, you know,
Yeah.
just like anybody else. We got our, what do you call them? Bad habits or quirks or
Yeah, faults.
faults. And that's the word I don't know.
They just needed to get rid of them for one reason or the other, or they didn't
They were there
work?
from the war, you know, and this is in '56, you know, when we were over there. So I guess they had to get rid of them, had to do something with them. So the only thing was, hey,
They just
everybody's
dump them
looking.
in the ocean. It's big enough.
Rumor has it that's where all these people that go on the cruises, all of them, they dump their food and garbage right in the ocean too, and that's illegal.
Yeah. Sure is. I suppose they have waste, you know, when they come back in. I suppose they, you know, dump the waste in containers and all that.
And Frankie lived over there.
Were they in apartments or something at the last,
That was in Virginia. Oh, in Florida?
no, up here?
Here? Yeah, Whiskey Bottom Road.
Is that what it was?
Yeah.
It was just like a little condo or a little apartment or something, you know, that I went into, and she was in a wheelchair.
Mhm.
And Eddie was still there, yeah. That's probably the last time I saw them. Was any of them at the funeral? No, they were gone.
Who's that? Like
For
who?
Mom,
No,
they were gone.
that's a sore
They
spot.
passed away.
Well, Aunt Esther's still around, and
Well, I knew about that, but she didn't come.
no. But
Okay.
anybody else? There's nobody else around.
Okay. Can we get a grief lady and call it Aunt Esther?
We should. It's got to be Aunt Mira, though.
What was her deal?
Tell her.
Oh, the grief lady, no, this is
Oh,
a bit
please.
that Aunt Mara did on the radio or TV, whatever. I remember seeing, you know, somebody passed away, so their partner, their whether wife or husband, didn't matter, called up and wanted, you know, told them about they wanted a funeral and have the body picked up and all that. And she said, "Do you want us to come out in our Cadillac limousine and pick up the body?" And I says, "Yeah." "How much is that?" She said, $1,500. She said, "No, you got anything cheaper?" She said, "Yeah, we have the funeral home van. We could come out and pick up the van, you know, the van." "How much is that?" $500. "Have you got anything cheaper?" "Yeah, for $25 we send out a cab and put them in the trunk." And then she went to the next step about the casket, you know, and then the plot. But she went through this whole thing, and every time her delivery was so good, it just broke you up. You know what I mean? Yeah.
That's cool.
It was. I said I have to get the bit, and, you know, get it there, because, and it happened years ago.
Yeah.
What he had probably a 22 also. And then we walking and walking and walking, I'm getting tired. He said, "Shh, there's one right around the bend here." There was a rabbit in a, what do they call it, a snare they call it, where they put these little rings of wire down there and the rabbit would run and try to get away and would hook up real tight on him and not get caught. And I was a big hunter, my first experience. So he said, "Go ahead, take your time, be your first rabbit." So I went over to it, and he's still moving, jumping around, trying to get away. And I felt, how am I going to get this guy here? So believe it or not, I just took the gun and shot it. It was like a day. I'm so embarrassed. It's the only way I ever catch a rabbit.
Is that any indication that if you were out there in the wild,
Absolutely.
you had to feed yourself, you'd starve to death?
All right.
Right. Man.
I know I would. I probably wouldn't even gone out there.
Wow.
Mm-mm.
But I never go hunting with, what's his name, the vice president?
Yeah.
Jane, why would you do that?
Mm-mm.
I said I would never go hunting
You
with
can
him.
pay, if you don't get killed, you can probably settle for big money.
Uh,
Big money.
Nobody just can't remember him.
Probably,
People?
Yeah,
probably.
what nicknames that us people gave him.
Who was Wingy?
Wingy? I don't know who that was.
It was Charlie's friend.
Uncle Charlie's friend?
Uh,
Okay, I remember somebody named Wingy.
Weirdo.
Weirdo?
Wing.
Bosworth, you know, the kid, what do you call it, pedophile or whatever you want to call it, or try to be, want to be, huh?
Who?
It's a kid,
Really?
yeah.
Bosworth's son.
Why?
Never mind, we won't go into that part of it. She was busy, like I say, cooking or cleaning or whatever. It's
Yeah.
not like, oh, wait a minute, there's a nice song, let me do a little song and dance for you.
Right.
We're complaining about Miss Skinner.
Yeah, well, so that might have been some funny bits there, you know, about old lady Skinner, the German spy.
She was the next door lady,
Yeah,
next door neighbor, right? Yeah. Yeah, you have stories about
she was a
her.
real German spy.
They do of me.
Oh, yeah,
Oh.
absolutely. We were convinced. We were convinced she was a German spy. She would cower down in her black outfit, sneak into the alley, down the alley, you know. Yeah, she's going to meet the cohorts, the espionage crew. Here they are.
Even had the insignia
Let's
on it.
follow her and see if we can find these guys with the
Armband.
swastikas.
Yeah, the swastika.
Didn't y'all used to follow her?
Yeah, we followed her, sure. You know, until she looked around and saw us coming, and we scattered. We didn't get shot by German guns.
Tell her about the Chinese restaurant.
What about?
Cleavers.
Whatever.
Yeah, well,
Cleavers?
They would go around and antagonize them. And if you get so mad, they come chase them down the alley with meat cleavers.
What
Oh.
would they say
chase-
to them, though?
What?
What would they
I
say?
couldn't tell that I was running.
what were we saying to him? Hinka chinka Chinaman.
Ching ching John, and he
Yeah,
was dead
whatever,
rats,
yeah.
choose them up for ginger snaps.
That's it. Junk. You know, not anything to get them mad.
And they'd come flying out the back door with meat cleavers and you name it.
Bing, 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 bing.
Right.
Speak English or go home.
Really.
Oh yeah, we knew to the corner.
Who was up there?
What were they? Who was it?
The Lindsays?
Yeah, and the other.
Oh, Raymond
the Worrells,
Lindsay.
yeah.
Raymond Lindsay. I remember him now.
You do? I don't remember that.
I've got a picture of him.
She got a picture of all the guys.
Yeah, that's okay.
And then along come Al.
Raymond Lindsay, wasn't he at some dinner table or something with you
Mhm.
and?
Casino World.
That's it. I remember the picture.
Then we had a synagogue across the street there. There was a synagogue, we played, there was a shul there. It was a school. And they played outside a lot of times in a little fenced area that was almost twice our yard in front, so 30 kids in that little area.
Wow.
Yeah. Then after that became the block of, I don't know if they were upper crust blacks or they were the low
No,
crust.
they were lower.
They were low,
definitely-
so they were down to our level.
Wow.
Well, I used to look up to most of them. They were wealthy. Yeah. Well, that was the big thing about the neighborhood. We had the only block of blacks next to us. I mean, they couldn't say that in the rest of the area.
Right, right. Hmm.
And they never bothered anybody.
No, they didn't. And I'm not prejudiced by that. I really am not. I'm going to vote for Obama. 24 beers and take a razor blade and slit the corner. Take one out of the corner,
Yeah, right.
fold the box back up, a little Scotch tape on it, and did that for every 24 pack until we had 16, 18 bottles of beer
They won't find
clanking going out of
They
the
won't
place.
find my print on it. Didn't have nothing to do with
And all the brave souls who weren't in there, they wanted the beer. Of course, they weren't on the inside taking any heat. They wanted the brewskis, so it was okay. I don't know that it ever happened. It's probably a story I'm just making up. Lived up the street, sat outside on
Never
the
knew his name.
bench all the time, never knew his name. We lived there for 19 years. Only thing we ever knew about him, we called him Pear Shape. Why did we call him Pear Shape? Because he looked like Alfred Hitchcock. Pear Shape.
19 years? Nobody knew his name?
No,
Never knew. We don't remember his name. We had a name.
I don't think nobody ever spoke
If
to
you
him.
called us by his name, like Johnson George, you'd say, "Who is that?" But you said Pear Shape, you knew him. Man.
Yeah,
It's the truth.
And what was the name of the lady with black hair, some kind of witch or something?
Elvira?
Yeah, she had a studio up there, right in the same building. We used to go in there and have coffee and BS with her.
Oh,
That was
neat.
fun, yeah.
That's cool.
Well, Uncle Bill worked for Merv Griffin, right?
Yeah.
And then
Yeah,
what?
his
His son,
Oh, his son.
yeah.
And then what did you do for the, like, how did you meet? What were you doing to meet
I
all
was
these
the
people?
engineer in the building, heating, air conditioning, plumbing, electrical.
Oh, for the studios
No,
and stuff?
for the owners of the building.
Oh.
But you work for Universal too.
I worked
didn't
at
you?
Universal.
Okay.
I was to the union. Worked through the union. They had a 51-story building down below the Universal Studios. Used to be a big green building with the golden star up on top, Texas. I watched them build that building. Then they said, okay, now you can stay here and go to work for us too.
Wow.
All right, so I stayed there 10 years. They offered me a package. I couldn't say no, so I left.
Mistake.
It was a big mistake. But it was fun. I enjoyed it.
So you did heating and air conditioning?
Yeah.
That was like 10 years. Then what did you do?
Same thing. Once I retired from that building, I was going to sit down and retire, do nothing, and the American Building Maintenance. They have contracts with building owners all over the country,
Mm.
and they have buildings all over in Los Angeles, all over the country, and they call this union to send, please send us an engineer, somebody that can work in this building, or wherever. And I started working with them part-time and ended up full-time. So I worked from Orange County up into Burbank. I worked everywhere, in almost every building in Los Angeles.
Wow.
People would have, we don't have any hot water, the pump broke down. They'd find a way and get a hold of me, and I send a crew up there and we fix it.
Yeah.
Really simple, you have two pumps here, just disconnect one and hook up the other one,
Right.
and make a fortune. Really,
It was easy?
really. Yeah. Then there was a lady that I knew her real good. She was a building manager. And they opened another 20-story building right out on Ventura Boulevard. And they had just opened it up, and the owner there was looking for a manager, somebody reliable that knew the business and all. And I got her a job over there. She wasn't going to take it at first. She ended up taking the job there. Guess what kind of salary she made? Salary, I don't, well, take a guess at her Christmas bonus.
No
A brand new car of her choice, like a big Mercedes, and a check for $100,000. Can you believe it? Sitting in the front seat.
For a bonus?
Well, that was her bonus.
Oh, Lord.
And you got her the job.
I got her a job. Now I was trying to find her to get that lady Sharon I was telling you about that they fired out here, trying to get her a job. And she would have made a better manager. She's smart, very smart.
for that.
He's a character.
You starved?
Yeah. I had a chicken Caesar salad.
Sounds good.
Nice to, yeah. No bread, no roll.
Duck is a character, you know. He's a character. He's funny.
Yeah.
Right. But I knew none of them. I mean, I seen them, but I didn't know them. I didn't hang around with them.
He's pretty outgoing. Maybe it's because he works with the public for glasses and all that
Probably.
too.
Yeah. Makes a big difference.
He must know something if he can look at them from a distance and say, I know what that is.
I know, that was crazy. Let me see yours.
Yeah, I was waiting for him to say you have speckles on yours because I've got spots on
Not
mine that I
too.
can't get off.
Oh,
Yours are filthy.
I know it.
Good.
I was hoping he didn't notice, but he noticed that it was progressive lens, so he must have.
I mean,
How do I see out of them? I know.
Or
No,
I usually
reflective.
wash 'em.
He knew you
Well,
had reflective something on
Progressive
it.
lens is where they have a
And
lens in
progressive.
here, right?
Was that it wasn't funny things about my mom. She had too much shit to do. All the time. Work, 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 take care of kids, 5 kids.
Right, there's a big schedule.
That's it. When you scrub clothes for 5 kids, yourself, and a husband who comes home when he's sober, and sometimes even when he's drunk, he comes home, and you have to do all that laundry, scrubbing on a scrub board, in a bathtub. It's kind of tough, wringing them out, going outside, hanging them up with clothesline, on the clothesline, with the pins and all that nonsense.
Freezing.
Freezing. Oh, they came off stiff. I mean, like a board. You could have, and they would have snapped in half. They
Yeah,
were
I
so
bet.
stiff. Yeah. Oh, yeah. But she was a good lady. And although when we were talking about doing the stone for her, my real choice was the world's #1 mom. The best mom ever. I know a wonderful mom is fine, but
Well, you suggested that.
what?
My wonderful mom
Yeah.
was on it.
I'm wanted everybody to know, she wasn't an ordinary woman to any of us laying in that grave. Superwoman.
It must have been like Christmas for her to get that Ringer washer then. Because that's what I remember, was the one that you,
Yeah, you run it through in the ringer thing.
yeah,
Yeah.
and she was always getting on me to not put my hands up there because she didn't want me to get my
Right,
arm
like you
under
did
the-
on my fingers on the window last night.
Right.
He closed his fingers in the window.
in the-
Oops. Oh, no.
Sorry.
Didn't he
I
break
said
the skin?
sorry, I know.
Didn't I break the skin?
It's just black and blue.
No, I'm surprised there was nothing. It closes up, I'm going, oh, wait a minute. Would you please let the window down? Yeah. It's okay. It's life. The kitchen, washing it with soap and water, toweling it, putting it back down. How dare you dirty something in the house?
In the summers, yeah, if we didn't get up early enough, then the pots and pans would start hitting and cleaning, so we could get up.
Gives you a head time.
It's time to
Absolutely.
get up.
She's very subtle.
Right.
After that, the band came in.
Right.
Wasn't very funny, but over my daughter Vicky's, when she was ever over the house there, Sebastian would get the walker and try to go up the steps with it and fall down his butt 2 or 3 times, and she's sitting there
Yeah.
like that. My mom was.
Tennis balls in the end.
Right.
Yeah.
Chartreuse tennis balls. She was at that
Right.
Stalin.
So he didn't wear out the legs and the back. That's what they're for.
Yeah. Yep.
The people without the tennis balls, you ought to hear them walking down the sidewalks out there.
Yeah.
Crazy, 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 crazy.
Who was her boyfriend at the home? What was his name?
The
Oh, I remember.
guy that was Mexican, Rafael or whatever his name was.
Who was it?
Yeah.
Oh, Raphael, yeah.